All right, today we're diving into a review of the America's Best Value Inn & Suites right next to the Anaheim Convention Center. This one comes up all the time for people looking to save some money on their Disneyland trip. So, let's see if the value is actually there. Does it live up to the hype? Okay, picture this. You're planning that amazing Disneyland trip. You've got the tickets, you're already tasting the churros, and then bam, the big and, let's be real, super stressful question hits. Where are you going to stay? And that is exactly why we do this series, Disneyland Hotel Diaries. Our whole goal is to do the legwork for you. We look at the good, the bad, all the little details, so you can find that perfect base camp for your trip.
So here's what we're going to cover. First up, location, because let's face it, for Disney, that's king. Then we'll check out the rooms, weigh the perks against the quirks, give you our final verdict, and finish off with some pro tips. Ready? Let's get into it.
All right, kicking things off with the most important piece of the puzzle for any Disneyland hotel, the location. I mean, this can literally make or break your whole vacation, right? So let's see how this place measures up. So right off the bat, it's got a 90 out of 100 Walker score. That is fantastic. Seriously, in a place like Anaheim where you're usually stuck in a car, this highest score means you can pretty much just park your car and forget about it for your entire trip. No parking drama. Huge win. And a guest on TripAdvisor, Jamie C., really puts it best. They said it's just a 10 to 15-minute walk to the park entrance. I mean, think about what that means. That short walk is a total game changer. You can pop back for a nap, a quick swim, no waiting for shuttles, no dealing with parking garages. Especially for the price, that's incredible. And hey, this awesome location isn't just about getting to the parks. You are surrounded by other useful stuff. If you're there for the convention center, well, it's right there. Tired of park food? You've got Bubba Gump and the Cheesecake Factory super close. Forget something? There's a CVS right there. It's just convenient. It saves so much time and stress. Okay, so the location is a definite massive win. But what about the room? The place you're going to collapse after walking 10 miles in the park? Let's talk about the actual base camp. So take a look here. This is one of their updated rooms. Now, a big thing you'll see in the reviews is that they're renovating this place, but it's happening room by room. And one of the best parts of these new rooms? The hard floors. I don't know about you, but it just feels so much cleaner and more modern than those questionable hotel carpets, right? Look, this hotel is all about managing your expectations. So let's be real clear about what you get versus what you don't. You do get the essentials, a mini fridge, a microwave, which is awesome for leftovers, and guests say the beds are clean and comfy. But here's what's missing. There is no free breakfast. There is no elevator. And the bathrooms are functional. They get the job done, but don't expect a spa. It's really the definition of the basics done well. Okay, every hotel is a balancing act, right? So let's dive into the good and the not so good. Time for perks versus quirks. First, the big wins. Free parking. In Anaheim, that is huge. That's a ton of money back in your pocket right there. People also rave about how friendly and helpful the staff is. Now, for the watchouts. That no elevator thing, that can be a real problem if you've got mobility issues or just a ton of luggage. And you might get a room that hasn't been renovated yet. It's kind of luck of the draw. At the end of the day, you've just got to go in knowing this is a classic, clean motel, not the Grand Californian. And this pool area, it's the perfect example of what this hotel is all about. It's clean, it's a great spot to cool down after a hot day at the parks, for sure. But it's not a fancy resort oasis with a water slide. This hotel is your home base for the adventure. It's not supposed to be the adventure. And that's a really important thing to understand. Hey, real quick, if you're finding this helpful for planning your trip, could you do us a solid and hit the like and subscribe button? It honestly helps us a ton and lets us make more of these explainers for you. Thanks so much. Okay, now let's get to that final verdict. Okay, let's bring it all home. We've talked location, the rooms, the pros, the cons. So what's the final verdict? Should you book the America's Best Value Inn for your trip? All right, so who is this hotel perfect for? It's for the hardcore rope drop to fireworks park goer on a budget. The person who just needs a clean, safe place to sleep and shower. If your only two priorities are, I must be able to walk to the park and I need free parking, then yeah, this is absolutely your spot. It's also a solid choice for families looking for those value suites or, of course, anyone going to the convention center. And if you're listening to this and thinking, yep, that sounds like me, then we've got a few insider tips to make your stay even better. Okay, 3 pro tips. 1, when you book, specifically ask for a renovated room. Can't hurt to ask. 2, because there's no elevator, if you've got a stroller, a bunch of heavy bags, or any trouble with stairs, you have to request a ground floor room. Seriously, make that a priority. And 3, here's a great little hack. Walk over to the Toy Story parking lot and use their security and shuttle. The lines there can be way, way shorter than the ones at the main harbor entrance. So really, it all comes down to one question, doesn't it? Is saving a few $100 worth a 15-minute walk and skipping some of the fancier hotel perks? That's the deal you're making. And now, hopefully, you have everything you need to decide if that's the right deal for you.